In what ways does your media product use, develop, or challenge forms and conventions of real products? Gnome Escape follows the conventions of short film, which are to have only one highly developed character, to play with the audience's expectations and surprise them, to have a circular narrative, and to have a catalyst, which is when the story begins. The man acted as the singular developed character. Despite not having any dialogue or in-depth information of him given, the audience still feels a connection with the character as the narrative follows him and his experience. I took inspiration from my pre-production research of the short film The Black Hole. Only one character is included, and despite the absence of dialogue in this film as well, the audience has entire focus on the character, an office worker in this case. This focus and bond with the character heightens his experiences and reactions, in turn having a greater reaction on the audience. For example, after the office worker uses the black hole to steal from the snack machine, he realises he can steal from the office safe and becomes manically overcome by greed. The audience seeing this transition from a bored office worker to a man driven insane by power and greed has an emphasised effect as he is the only character focused on. My film played with the audience's expectations. The initial return of the gnome after it had been thrown away was a surprise in the narrative. After that, the gnome's return was expected after various situations. But in the final section of the film, the gnome returns one last time and the man disappears. This was intended to leave the audience with unanswered questions, thereby changing their expectations, as most films conclude with all questions answered. The same and even greater effect is created in the short film About a Girl. The main character, a deprived 13-year-old girl, narrates the story whilst walking along the canal. At the end of the story, she talks about her mother finding out her and her brother had been keeping a puppy and how she had got her boyfriend to put it in the canal. After which she then says, "I've got really good at hiding things since then," and throws a plastic bag she's been carrying into the water. The audience then sees that there was a baby in the bag, and is left feeling highly uneased with an array of important questions which are unanswered. Having a circular narrative means that the story ends in a similar place to where it started, similar to that of Todorow's narrative theory. He suggested that all narratives follow a three-part structure where they begin with equilibrium, where everything is balanced. Something then comes along to disrupt that equilibrium. In the end, they reach a resolution. Equilibrium is restored, or a new equilibrium is created. The Crush is a strong example of this. A young boy has a light-hearted crush on his teacher at school, and he wants to marry her. He then finds out that she is engaged to an unpleasant, condescending man who doesn't really love her. The boy then challenges the man to a duel to scare him into admitting that he doesn't actually want to marry the teacher. The teacher then breaks up with him, and the story returns to a similar equilibrium. The young boy still loves his teacher, but he says he doesn't want to marry her, as she needs someone who can support her the way she deserves. The Crush is also a good example of the catalyst convention. The story's conflict is created when the boy discovers the teacher's new engagement. I used a similar style catalyst in my film. The man finds the gnome in the shed at his new home, and the torment begins. Overall, I believe my product followed the conventions and forms of short film, in turn making it an effective piece in the genre, similar to those I have studied during my pre-production research.